Director Aaron Walsh to let us know many more things in a minute. So it's a non-profit international collaboration that defines and develops open standards, best practices, platforms and communities of support for virtual reality and game-based learning and training. We'll have Aaron talk about this in a minute. And in particular, the European chapter is the chapter who is organizing this event. Here you have the pictures of all of us together with Aaron last May in Boston. Daniel Livingstone, who is here, also sent his avatar, who is between Michael and Francois, so everybody's there, as you can see. So now together we'll start this first European IED Summit. There was another one in Europe, in London, a few years ago, but it wasn't organized by the European chapter, so it's really the first one organized by the European chapter. We'll have 2 intense days of conferences. We'll have this morning in this hall, and later on we'll have, this is the yellow part, and tomorrow we'll go to the library. I'll show where it is, where we have also at some moments parallel sessions in the bottom and in the top floor. You can see the program in this shortened URL if you wish, or otherwise in the European chapter website. We'll have 4 very interesting keynotes, ranging from the psychology to the technology to the pedagogies of immersive environments. We'll have Aaron Walsh this morning. This afternoon we'll have Rich Gilbert from Los Angeles about the psychology. Then we'll have Pasi Matila tomorrow in the morning about real extent. In the afternoon, Warren Schaeffer about Myrtle and lessons learned there. We'll have 16 papers selected out of 36 submissions. I would like to ask all presenters to contact the session chair beforehand to hand in the CV for the presentation and time the presentation very well, 25 minutes for the presentation, for the talk, and 5 minutes questions and answers. Apart from this, we'll have also some demos and posters. They all have 5-minute presentations just before lunch today and tomorrow. So we'll have this first group today from 12:30 to 1, and this second group tomorrow, same time. And all of them will be exhibited next door here at the coffee area where there are all the panels. We have put some QR codes at each of these panels so that if you have a smartphone, a tablet, a device that can read these QR codes, you can give your first feedback on whether you liked it or not. Then we'll have many events. We'll have an in-world panel remotely from Boston. Nicole Jankovic will have a panel session which will be done in-world, in a Wonderland world she has set up, and there will be many interesting presentations virtually. I mean, given from the avatars and some examples of the worlds of these different people. Apart from this, we'll have tomorrow in the afternoon a workshop on how to build an open Wonderland world. This will be a 2 hours tutorial, a workshop on how to build a virtual space in open Wonderland from scratch and add content and capabilities to it. This is open to everybody. Apart from this, so you see we have so many different things going on. We'll have also a Spanish-speaking session this afternoon, sponsored by Madrid and Del Spain, where we'll have academia and companies discuss in Spanish what they think the future is of 3D worlds in education. We'll have María Blanca Ibáñez, Carlos Miguel Lorenzo and Pilar Sancho from university, and Miguel Lizondo and David Moreno from 2 companies, one here in Madrid and one of the Basque Country. All the presentations go with a text, with a paper, and we've put all the papers together in these impressive proceedings, 187 pages, that we have not printed. You can have it downloaded. You can download it either from this full URL or from this one, bit.ly, IED Summit 2011 proc, with a C at the end, from proceedings, so that you can have all the proceedings of all the papers going on today and tomorrow. Some papers might have an improved version in one of these journals. We have, thanks to Christian Gütel, who is here, we've set up a special issue in the Journal of Universal Computer Science. And there's a possibility for people participating in this workshop, but also for people from outside, to send in an extended version until May 2012 that will be published in these proceedings. So, of course, not all the papers will have room there. We'll have a selection of, I don't know, 6 to 8 papers probably to be included in this special issue. Also, there's the possibility to publish in Journal of Immersive Education, where I guess Aaron will tell us more about it. So in terms of logistics, of location, we are in this round building. You made it. Great. We'll have lunch, coffee close by, to the left, to my left, and also the panel, the posters and demo session. This afternoon, we'll go to the library, which is the building opposite, where we have the sessions this afternoon, and tomorrow in the morning and afternoon. Or more precisely, if you want to see a map, this is where we have the presentations. If we go out, here in this hall, we'll have the coffee break and the posters and panels. And continuing, this is the cafeteria for faculty, where we can have lunch. You have tickets provided in your envelopes that you can hand in to get your meal. Where's the library? The library is opposite. So it's this building with the dome. Looks like this, where we have sessions both in the basement, which is the main sessions, and in the top floor. +3 in the European counting. I guess it's +4 in the American counting, but you have to press in the elevator, otherwise you will not get to it. It's interesting to note that this library has also a life in Second Life, so it's replicated. We'll hear from the library some experiences about this. So some of you have asked about Wi-Fi, internet connectivity. Those from Europe in particular, from academic institutions, might have the EduRoam already registered at their own institution. This should work fine if it's well configured. When I go to, I don't know, Germany, Prague, whatever, it normally works well. So you have full connectivity with EduRoam. Otherwise, you'll have another wireless network, which is called Wi-Fi UC3M, which is freely available. You have just to accept the conditions, etc. But it only allows web browsing. So it only allows HTTP on port 80. You don't have HTTPS, you don't have other services, just the basic browsing. Here's more info, bit.ly.uc3m Wi-Fi, where you can know about the conditions. If you have any problems, let us know. We can also set some EduRoam provisional accounts if it's necessary. If everything works fine with either one of these networks, then wonderful. Okay, once you have connectivity, I would encourage you to tweet actively in order to have an additional conversation channel, apart from what is going on at the slides, etc., the one-way communication. It's good to have this back channel where sometimes very interesting conversations will happen. I would like to ask you basically to use this hashtag, IED, which is immersive education, so that we can see all the conversation going on. There's another one from Madrid, who is partially also sponsoring this event, especially maybe for the Spanish version. I encourage you to use eMadridNet hashtag. We're going to ask you to give us your slides, if you agree, so that we can have later on put them up on the website so that the other people who could not attend have a possibility to see what was going on here. Pictures will be taken. If anybody has a problem, please let us know before. And also, we plan to record everything so that we have the video recordings available later on for seeing, for watching. It's good to have not just this one moment of interesting talks, but to have other people the possibility to see it as well. So this is on the academic side, but we also need some other things. We'll have this evening dinner, gala dinner, in the center of Madrid. It will be a flamenco dance together with the dinner at Café de Chinitas, which is in the center of Madrid. You have your invitation in your envelope together with you that you should bring to be admitted to this dinner. Time is 20 hours or 8 p.m. in the afternoon. There will be no transportation provided, but I'll show you where it is. So many of you, I understand, are staying at the Atocha railway station, where you have the possibility either to take the Metro L1 line to Callao directly, which is this place. These slides will be available in 5 minutes on the website as well. And then you have a 10-minute walk to here, or you can change at Sol and then go to Santo Domingo, and then you have a 5-minute walk. So this is 750 meters, the 10-minute walk, and this is 350 meters. So it's walkable. I mean, you can also walk from Atocha. It's maybe half an hour or so. In order to help you with the transportation, you will find in your envelope also a free tourist travel pass, which is valid for 2 days once you have validated it. So the first use defines the start of these 2 days, which covers everything in Madrid, the whole Madrid, and also goes to Toledo or to Guadalajara. You can go to Guadalajara, Alcalá de Henares, everywhere. You have to write your ID number on the back. There's some instructions given with it. And so you can travel freely, and maybe if you have some time off after the event, of course, you can go to Toledo or to some places around Madrid. There's also some maps provided for you to help you find your way around. We would like to have your feedback from this conference. So apart from these QR codes from the posters, we encourage you to take this questionnaire where you give your impressions about everything, the organization, the academic relevance of the different papers. This is again a shortened URL where you can find this questionnaire. So I would like to finish this presentation thanking my university for providing the basic infrastructure, and the Madrid Excellence Network for providing also some help, and Tel Spain for organizing it. There have been many people working very hard to make this a success, so I hope it finally is. That's all from my side. I would like to extend a warm welcome to Madrid, to this university, to this event, and I hope you have a great time here. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, hello everybody. My name's Michael Gardner. I'm chair of the Immersive Education European Initiative, and it's my pleasure just to follow on from the welcome that Carlos has given you and welcome you all here to our first European summit. So this is quite a big event for us, really, because we weren't in existence this time last year. So this is, really our first proper summit. As Carlos said, we did have a summit in London 3 years ago, Aaron, was it? I think. But that was part of the international, if you like, centralized organization that was Immersive Education. And since then, through discussions with Aaron, Aaron was very keen to see sort of more local organizations than the iED Europe. I think it was one of the first of the new, if you like, sub-chapters of the Immersive Education Initiative. And we launched iED Europe at the Boston event in May, as Carlos mentioned. I'm pleased to see that all of the board members for iED Europe are here today. So I might quickly ask you to raise your hand so you know who are there. There's Christian over here from Graz. We've got Beatrice here from Israel. There's Francois, Daniel from Glasgow, Pazzi from Finland. I've forgotten, and of course Carlos from Spain. I haven't forgotten anybody.
And yourself.
And myself, yeah. So we're all here. So, I really relish the opportunity for us all to really engage with you over these next 2 days. And also we want you to help us in shaping the chapter as we move forward. As I say, we only launched in May. We felt it was vitally important to have a summit as quickly as possible to keep the momentum going. And that really led to this event that we're here today. I'm really thankful to Carlos and the excellent job he and his team have done in setting up and running this event for us, because it's been a marvellous job in such a short time. So we're here today, and we're now looking at hopefully having regular future iED Europe events. We're looking at perhaps September or November next year, maybe Paris, but yet to be confirmed. We will release information to you as soon as we have that. But watch this space. We're hoping to have a bigger, wider event in Paris and take it on and hopefully grow it as we develop this community together. So that's really all I wanted to say. I did have a couple of slides on some current initiatives that we're working on. I mean, I don't know if you subscribe to the iED email groups, you've seen there's a lot of discussion recently on how do you choose a virtual world platform. And I think it's becoming much harder for individuals to decide which platform to use. There's been a lot of discussion about that. And particularly that's an area I'm keen on working with you as a community as we move forward. I'm working with my colleague Warren Schaefer. We're hoping to produce a paper which we'll share with you in due course, which will try and describe our thinking in terms of how you choose a platform, how you map it back to perhaps your pedagogical frameworks, how you map it to your business needs, and so on. So that's one example, I think, of some work we want to do to engage with you as a community as we move forward. Another just quick request. We have obviously a small board of 6 people. We really desperately need some help in terms of communicating with you. So I'm making a plea now. If anybody's interested in taking on a role as a information officer, communications officer, to help us, work with us in developing the community, making sure that news gets through to the website, sending out emails and so on, that's an area I realise we need to do better on. So anybody who'd like to do that or would want to talk to us about that, please come and see me over these next 2 days, because it's particularly an area I want to improve. So that's all I want to say. Thank you very much for coming to the event. I'm not going to bother because I think we're running short of time, actually. So I think, shall I introduce Aaron? Okay, I mean, I've mentioned Aaron Walsh. He's director of the Immersive Education Initiative based in Boston in the USA. And I'm really glad to say Aaron's managed to join us for this event, which is very important, I think, because this has come from this major initiative that Aaron set up. And Aaron's going to do a keynote presentation for us. Do you want to plug in here, Aaron?